yum yums? You want more? Okay. Yeah. She hoisted her tired body up and drew the comfort about her. Tears moved gently in his hair. She looked up and across the barn, and her lips came together and smiled mysteriously. That's the end. I just finished The Grapes of Wrath with the kids. I had read it back in 2004. And so I definitely remembered it being this was gonna be a book that talked about a lot of hard things, and that's what attracted me to it, because I don't wanna really read just fake stuff to my kids and happy whatever. I want them to know history. I want them to know how the way life is right now, what isn't always like that for people. There's a lot of hard things that a lot of other people have had to go through that we have never had to go through. I had totally forgotten how this book ended. They're starving and they come across a father and his boy, and the father is literally starving. The young woman that just gave birth, but her baby died. Her and her mom decide to give this man the only food they have, which is her breast milk, which is really uncomfortable to read, but I love exposing my kids to that kind of stuff, because to me that's like the epitome of like, this is not fake. Like, this is like, what would you do if you were in that situation? And we have to read these kinds of stories to even get close to that type of world, because the world that we live in is such a bubble. It's so comfortable, and it's, you know, we're not faced with those kinds of things. Not that I want my kids to be starving, but I also think there's some really like character building qualities that's going on if you have to like go through hard stuff like that. And this is like hitting home even more for me, because this week I'm weaning Rainier. My breasts are literally like swollen, probably like hers were. And so it's just like so poignant for me.
Things are kind of hectic here. We just finished our goal meeting, and the kids are now making goals for the next 3 weeks because we're skipping goal meetings while we're traveling. But we figure there's still a good opportunity for Seven, who's not gonna be traveling, to come up with some things to do that match our bigger goals in life, and for Dev and Eden to do a lot of their artistic stuff or photography from the road in a way that'll help communicate our travels.
It's time for Q&A.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Today's Q&A is all about doing hard things with kids. I thought after doing the marathon, this would be a great topic to talk about, because I think it's really important for our parenting. Mac Ilgrams asks, are you taking the whole family to Israel? What precautions are you taking to stay safe while over there? Are you concerned about ISIS? We are taking Cammie and I and the 2 oldest kids, Dove and Eden. The precautions that I'm taking is I took a look at a map of the no-fly zones for drones, so I don't get that confiscated or detained. And I'm taking a knife with me, and we're not concerned about ISIS. We've been to Israel quite a few times, and it's pretty chill. contrary to what you might see on the news.
Valerie Suzanne asks, how do you know the balance between pushing your kids to do something and then knowing when it really may be too much for them? I want to learn how to push them but have wisdom.
That's a great question.
Yeah, I think some of it depends even on the parent's personality. For me, I tend to let my kids off the hook too early. For Ben, it's like, might be the other way around. Kids are pretty tough, a lot tougher than I think our society kind of plays them out to be. So knowing that my kids can probably handle more than I think they can handle, but I think what's really important is that you're staying connected with your kid as they're going through something hard. Because I think if you're like emotionally connected with them, then you're gonna more readily know if they should be done or not. On the marathon, you know, I saw Ben, you know, would just like look at Filia and just say, okay, I think you can do this. And then watch for her response. Okay, what is she saying? What is she doing? Maybe at some point, you know, she would just start bawling. Then, I don't know, maybe we would say, you know what, I think she hit her limit. But it's very like, I think it's kind of an intuitive thing, and you have to like be connected to your kid.
Holy crap, okay, you're creating
emotionally
this is like
to know
the
that.
world's longest answer now. I don't think there's an answer. There's like no magic line anywhere. And as parents, I feel like it's really important that we come together and agree to work on the problem together. Because we see the problem or the solution from two different perspectives, I see that as an asset, not a liability. And it's okay to make mistakes too. It's okay to let the kid off the hook easy, and it's okay to push him too hard every now and again. Like, you know, you're allowed to make mistakes. Okay, I'm sorry. We have to go back to the timer. I tried, and some people take very special liberties. 2 Stones, 5 Pebbles asks, I remember you saying you don't do TV on car trips ever. How do you cultivate an atmosphere with young children where you are not responsible for entertaining them?
I think it goes a lot to what you believe about what kids are entitled to.
I think I've learned that it's not our job or responsibility to entertain them. I think having kids be bored is great. They think about things, they can entertain themselves.
I think often it's the parents that can't handle it. The kids are usually fine. Heather Q asks, are you going to encourage the kids to speak Hebrew to the locals by leading by example? I can see myself not really doing that. I might say shalom.
Oh, that's from the last one.
But I don't know, maybe I'll get brave. I'll probably try to push my kids to do more because they know more Hebrew than we do.
I plan on encouraging them, and I do not plan on leading by example. Madeline Shea asks, how do you decide what hard things to do with your kids? We just do the things that I think we enjoy doing ourselves. We come up with an idea, and instead of running a marathon by myself, which I've always had in the back of my mind that I wanted to do at some point in my life, we just thought, oh, let's do this together. So I would take the things that you like doing already or that maybe you've always wanted to do and start working on them with your family.
Adam Enjoy +7 asks, how do you do the hard things with a positive attitude yourself while dealing with serious sleep deprivation? I think it's really hard to have a good attitude when you're sleep deprived or you're too hungry or you need some time alone. So I would say it's important to take care of yourself. I think it's really easy as parents, especially of small children, to just go, 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 go. I gotta take care of my kids, and they don't take care of themselves.
Okay, I'm really excited about this question. Sarah asks, what are your thoughts about doing things apart from or without your children and balancing couples only time with family time? She's talking about like vacations and things besides just date nights. And then she says, kind of in the small print, that they've had some pressure from friends who say like, well, so-and-so leaves their children. Any wisdom on this? Okay, I have to start a timer because I'm gonna get excited about this. We've learned kind of like 2 things. One is our relationship is the most important in terms of a foundation. So we do need to spend appropriate time. Maybe that's a vacation, maybe it's just one night a week, maybe it's a business meeting. But the second thing we've learned is in our younger years, we were constantly trying to get away from our kids. In fact, a vacation meant being away from your family. That's what was like fun and relaxing. And we've now learned to have fun with our family and even to relax with our family. I think that's better that we grow into that and learn how to do that, at least in some way, shape, or form. But I think your question says something else. There's pressure that you're getting from friends to parent the way they are. We don't feel like pressure from, crap, I got 4 seconds. Don't feel like you have to parent like other people. Do what you feel like is right for you and your family. That was so close.
Mariah Jordan asks, with young children, do you believe in working around the child's schedule, such as sleep or your family schedule? I know many people say that once you have kids, your life almost stops. We believe in working around the family schedule. If nothing important is going on, we'll have the kids sleep when their nap time is. But if there's something like happening, we totally don't mind taking the kid and having them not miss their nap, because we believe they'll be fine. As you get a bigger family with older kids, it's almost virtually impossible to keep their nap schedule just as is unless you want to always be at home with them. So
yeah, I think there's a mindset. When we have a baby, that baby joins an existing family unit. And it's important to, you know, adjust and change accordingly, but the baby, the whole family unit doesn't revolve around the baby. It's actually not good for the baby or everyone else. The larger your family is, the easier this is, in a way.
Ergravs asks, what action do you take as parents, or just Cammie and Ben, to refocus when feeling overwhelmed or feeling like a failure? One of the things I try to do is I try to bring someone into it. So whatever's going on in my head, oftentimes I'll go to Ben and say, hey Ben, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm thinking, what's your feedback? And that will often break me out of this I'm just a failure kind of cycle.
I think we both feel like failures all the time for various things.
Oh yeah.
Finally, on Facebook, Faith asks, at what age do your kids begin basically caring for themselves in terms of brushing teeth, bathing, personal hygiene? It's remarkable what we've been able to accomplish on longer trip hikes. All I can really say about this is have more kids.
I was gonna say.
Our first few, we were like control freaks about various things, like trying to do everything ourselves and nitpick. Then the more kids you have, you're just like, oh, it doesn't matter, it all gets done. I can't control it anyways.
I think Filia started brushing her teeth on her own when she was like 3. And then I think when she needs to take a bath or a shower, I ask Memory, our 10-year-old, to help her.
And we're just like, we assume everything gets clean.
We are in packing mode today. There are some of the piles. This is the suitcase that Ben and I are taking. Dove and Eden are taking this one. They're sharing that one. We're checking our bags so we can feel like we can pack whatever amount in a way. I had the kids do their chores extra well today because I like a clean house to walk into when I come home. It's gonna be really hard leaving, especially Rainier, and even Filia this morning, she was shedding some tears and that was really hard. But I do feel right about that decision.
Okay, this is gonna be it for this vlog episode because we have to edit and publish this episode, which isn't even going out for like 3 more days, but just because it's gonna be the last time we're not traveling, because we're basically traveling for 2 or 3 straight days. The next 2 or 3 weeks are gonna be a little bit sketchy with internet and vlog. We're still committed to doing it. We're gonna do it, but I don't know if it's gonna show up on time or what because of crazy internet access. So I appreciate the patience, but that's just how it is. I looked into like Wi-Fi options with the phone in Israel and there was no easy way. But we're excited to share this part of the journey with you guys. We're gonna be spending the rest of the night just trying to pack and relax with the family. But we will see you guys tomorrow on the road.